Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your...
It just looks like you're pointing at me.
Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Audible. With Audible, you can find the largest selection of audiobooks ranging from the bestsellers to new releases to business books and even podcasts. Reading physical books has always been hard for me due to my eye condition. The text was too small, which strained my eyes and made reading super slow. But since discovering audiobooks and Audible, I've finally been able to know what it's like to finish a title. Now, right now, you can get a 30-day free trial, which includes one free audiobook by heading on over to audible.com/fro or texting FRO to 500-500. I'm currently listening to A People's History of the United States, which is extremely eye-opening because they certainly failed to teach me most of this book in history class. My favorite feature of Audible is I can listen to books at whatever speed I want, 1.7 and sometimes 2x depending on who's reading it. Again, head on over to audible.com/fro or text FRO to 500-500 to get your 30-day free trial. First up, do you like free vacations and photography? If so, why don't you become a reviewer? Because camera companies like to take us on amazing adventures for free.
I can't sleep here.
At least that's what some people think. But if you're not a camera reviewer and just a photographer, there's still a way for you to get a free vacation to take photos thanks to Days In. Days In by Wyndham is looking for one photographer in August to take part in their sunternship program. What's a sunternship? I'll tell you what it is. It's a terrible play on words. That's what it is, which I already said, but whatever, keep it. They are looking for an aspiring photographer and adventure seeker to head out on the road for 2 weeks and capture as many photos as possible to inspire other travelers. Now, there are some perks. Those perks are $10,000 plus $250 a day for per diem, so basically $1,000 a day, which isn't too bad. You'll get your hotel accommodations paid for along with ground transportation. Now, if I get to pick my own vehicle for ground transportation, it's probably gonna be this van. There's some other perks, including a glowing recommendation from Days In, which I'm not sure they can guarantee if your
photos suck.
But the best perk, getting your images featured on the Days In website and their Instagram. Wow. Thanks, guys. That means your images have the chance of reaching tens, I mean tens of people, being that they have 4,809 followers at the time of recording this.
You lost some there.
At the end of the day, good on Days In for at least offering to pay the photographer. If you want to toss your hat into the ring, there is some fine print that you must read. You must be 21 years of age with a valid federal or state issued ID.
McLovin?
Write 300 words and submit a photo showing what you can do, and also sign an agreement. Now, the agreement says you will be a subcontractor, but it doesn't say who owns the images. My take on that, who cares who owns the images? Would you rather own images that nobody wants or get paid $10,000?
I don't know.
That's what I thought. Take the money. Next up, could this signal the end of entry-level DSLRs from Nikon? According to Nikon rumors, most entry-level and mid-level DSLRs are becoming harder and harder to come by at the stores. The D3500, D5600, D7500, and D500 are either completely out of stock or only a few configurations are available. They're also showing that the kit lens for the D3500 and D5600 has been discontinued. Nikon rumors thinks this might be the end of entry-level DSLRs, but I don't think that that will be the case.
What are you talking about?
Yes, Nikon's probably going to put out a less expensive crop sensor mirrorless camera, but people shopping at Costco or Walmart or even Amazon for their first real camera are buying based on price.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
And there's very few cameras out there that were super cheap, yet got the job done as the D3000 line always did. I've always been a fan of Nikon's crop sensor offerings because I still think the D5600 is one of the best well-rounded DSLRs out there, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to someone looking to learn photography. On top of everything that's been going on for the last year, Nikon just may not be able to get parts for these cameras, which is making it harder and harder to stock the shelves. I still think we have a few more cycles left in the lower-end DSLR game from Nikon, but there's really only one way to find out what the real deal is, and that's to call Madeline Kay with Nikon PR and see if she answers. Here we go. Hello? It's you! You're alive! How'd you get your job back? Ooh. You should sue. And finally, Sony Alpha Rumors has confirmed they are worse than the Psychic Friends Network at getting anything right. Now, if you've been following Photo News Fix for the last few weeks, first, thank you. Second, you'd know that we've been commenting on the potential for a new high-end APS-C camera from Sony. Last week, Sony Alpha Rumors all but confirmed the new camera will be called the A6700 and rattled off a bunch of BS specs. This week, they're back at it doing what they do best, backpedaling and saying that the new high-end APS-C camera will not be called the A6700. Which is it, Sony Alpha Rumors? Which is it? According to their trusted source, the camera will be announced in 2 weeks and will definitely be a sort of Sony A7C looking camera. Here's a novel idea. Why don't you wait for it to be announced, or at the very least, wait until 6 hours before, when the info tends to leak from Japan. Now, if I had to guess what will happen next, it's that Sony Alpha Rumors will continue to toss more specs up against the wall.
Okay, this is shit.
Before finally claiming victory when it's announced and tell everyone that they got it right all along.
Shit!
The moral of the story, Sony's going to announce a new camera between now and a future date. And guess what? If you're sitting there saying, Jared, why are you so harsh on Sony Alpha Rumors? Why do you keep bringing them up? It was a slow news week, all right? I had to do something. And there you have it. That's your Photo News Fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared, Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.